Today's topic is Bayes-Savart law. Bayes-Savart law. According to Bayes-Savart law, consider a conductor of infinite length. Let I be the current flowing through it. Consider a small element AB of length dl. Let P be a point at a distance r from the element. According to Bayes-Savart law, magnetic induction at point P depends on four factors. According to this law, magnetic induction at point P. Magnetic induction at P is directly proportional to first one, current flowing through the conductor. Current I flowing through it. Current flowing through it. That is, we can write dB proportional to I. Here dB is the magnetic induction produced at point P due to this element. Second one, length of the element. Length of the element dl. That is dB proportional to dl. Third one, sine of angle theta. Sine of angle theta. Here theta is the angle made by the line. The angle made by the line with current direction. That is dB proportional to sine theta. Finally, fourth one, inversely proportional to the square of the distance. The square of the distance. That is dV proportional to 1 by r square. By combining these four, we get dV proportional to ideal sine theta by r square. Replacing this proportionality with a constant, we get dV is equal to u0 by 4 pi ideal sine theta by r square. This is Biot-Savart law. Here mu naught is called permeability of free space. Mu naught. Here mu naught is called permeability. Permeability of free space, and its value is given by mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of -7. This is Biot-Savart law. If you want magnetic induction due to entire conductor, simply we integrate this value. That is, if B is the magnetic induction due to entire conductor, if B is the magnetic induction, due to entire conductor, then V is equal to integral dV. That is, we are simply integrating the magnetic induction that is produced due to small element. Magnetic induction due to a straight conductor carrying current. Here we have to find a magnetic induction at a point from a straight conductor which carries a current I. Let us consider an infinite conductor. This is a conductor of infinite length. Let I be the current flowing through the conductor. Let O be the midpoint of the conductor. Consider a point P. Which is at a distance R from midpoint O of the conductor. Here we have to find magnetic induction at point P. To find magnetic induction at point P, we consider a small element AB of the conductor of length dl. AB is a small element of the conductor of length dl. Let L be the distance of the element from midpoint O. This is the line joining the element with point P. The distance between the element and the point P, V, R. Let theta be the angle made by the line with the direction of flow of current. Here we simply apply Biot-Savart law to find magnetic induction at point P. According to Biot-Savart law, according to Boyd-Savart law, the magnetic induction at P, the magnetic induction at P, the magnetic induction at P is dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. Let us suppose that this is equation 1. In this equation, we have to find sin theta and r square from diagram. Sin theta and r square values are to be derived from diagram. In diagram, this is angle theta. This angle will be pi minus theta. From this right angle triangle, sin pi minus theta is equal to opposite side. Here opposite side is r, hypotenuse is r. This is capital letter, this one is small letter. So from figure sin pi minus theta is equal to r by r. But sin pi minus theta is equal to sin theta. Hence we write sin of pi minus theta, sin theta is equal to r by r. Let us suppose that is equation 2. Again, from this right angle triangle, applying Pythagoras hypothesis, we get r square is equal to r square plus l square. Again, from figure, r square is equal to hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That means r square is equal to r square plus l square. R square plus L square implies R is equal to R square plus L square to the power of 1 by 2. Let this is equation 3. Now substitute in equation 1 sin theta is equal to R by R and R square is equal to R square plus L square. Substituting these values in equation 1, we get dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, ideal by R square. In place of sin theta, R by R. That is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal by R into R square, R cube into R. Here R is equal to R square plus L square to the power of 1 by 2. Substituting this value we get mu naught by 4 pi IDL by R cube. R cube means R square plus L square to the power of 3 by 2 into R. So magnetic induction at point B due to small element is dV is equal to mu naught by 4 pi IDL into R by R square plus L square to the power of 3 by 2. Here we have to find magnetic induction due to entire conductor. Magnetic induction due to entire conductor can be obtained by integrating this value between the limits minus infinity to plus infinity. Magnetic induction at point P. Magnetic induction at point P due to entire conductor is B is equal to integral dV. The integration limits are minus infinity and plus infinity. Since the conductor is of infinite length, the lower limit is minus infinity and upper limit is plus infinity. Substituting the value of dV in that equation, we get B is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity. In place of dV, we can write mu naught by 4 pi IDL into R by R square plus L square to the power of 3 by 2. To evaluate this integration, let us suppose that let L is equal to R tan alpha. To evaluate this equation, let us suppose that L is equal to R tan alpha. Differentiating this equation, integration of L means dl. Integration of R, since R is a constant, its differentiation is 0. Actually here we have to use UV formula. Since R is constant, tan alpha differentiation, secant square alpha, differentiation of alpha is d alpha. Substituting dl is equal to R secant square alpha d alpha, and in place of L substitute R tan alpha. That is, we are substituting these values in equation 3. Substituting these values in equation 3. B is equal to integral mu naught I by 4 pi is a constant. Integral, in place of dl, we can write R secant square alpha d alpha. R secant square alpha d alpha. Remaining R. divided by r square. In place of L, we have to write r tan alpha. Since this is L square, this one becomes r square tan square alpha to the power of 3 by 2. To the power of 3 by 2. Here, initially the limits are minus infinity and plus infinity. Since we are considering L is equal to r tan alpha, the limits changes to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Lower limit minus infinity is changed to minus pi by 2. Upper limit plus infinity is changed to plus pi by 2. I by 4 pi. Mu naught I by 4 pi integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. R into R square. Secant square alpha d alpha. Here we can cancel r square, denominator remainder r, mu naught I by 4 pi integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Secant square alpha d alpha by here r 1 plus tan square alpha. 1 plus tan square alpha secant square alpha. Secant square alpha to the power of 3 by 2. By simplifying this, we get mu naught I by 4 pi integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Secant square alpha d alpha by r secant cube alpha. By cancelling this, mu naught I by 4 pi r integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. 1 by secant alpha d alpha. 1 by secant alpha cos alpha. That implies b is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r. Mu naught I by 4 pi r 1 by secant alpha cos alpha integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 cos alpha d alpha. Integral cos alpha sin alpha mu naught I by 4 pi r integral cos alpha sin alpha. Limits are minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. By substituting limits, upper limit sin pi by 2 minus lower limit sin of minus pi by 2. That is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r sin pi by 2 sin of minus theta minus sin theta minus into minus plus sin pi by 2 mu naught I by 4 pi r sin pi by 2 1 sin pi by 2 1 plus 1 2 mu naught I by 4 pi r 1 plus 1 2 Finally, we get B is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi r. Mu naught I by 2 pi r. So the magnetic induction due to straight conductor of infinite length is given by B is equal to